G'day mate, welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. Now, before we get into anything else too far, let's look at our laser towers. So, the update's finally come out that has changed over how lasers work. And I have a screenshot which, if I put, hang on. Haha! If I do that, and then I do... There we go. You can see this is the current... That failed. This is the current, or the old stats for lasers. So a shooting speed of 6.6, 3 plus 6.6, and a damage of 20 plus 186.8. This is the new ones, which is a little bit very much disappointing. It basically looks like my lasers have halved in effectiveness. Which now means, and I'm on energy weapon 9, so that's normally past where I think it's one level past the infinite research, or 2 levels into the infinite research, which basically means my lasers suck now. So I need to do this. Probably, that's 16,000. Probably at least 2 of them. They are going to add an extra 70% damage onto what damage I've already got. So we're at 370. So hang on, let's do some quick maths. Really? So the damage of plus 74 is 370%. This doesn't affect shooting speed. No, it just affects damage. Which means each 1% is 0.2 of a damage. So I need to multiply that by 70. So it means each research is going to add an extra 14 damage to my lasers. It still means they really suck, to be honest. They might look pretty now, but they suck. So that's going to be an ongoing issue. Yeah. The other thing I want to do, and this is just like a minor housekeeping thing, is I have lots of speed modules over here, and here, and here, and here. And this is designed to use like the excess off the bus. But I have this build here, which is still using everything. So if I top that up, it means this can back up, which means the excess green circuits can go down the line and feed these researchers. And then if there's anything left over, it can finally make it all the way out to here. So that was another minor thing I want to do. But this episode, we're doing solar. A lot of solar, because my nuclear reactors are running at, we'll call it half capacity. And this is built but not switched on. In fact, it's still missing a beacon. But if I look at my power, like I'm at 8.5 gigawatts. We're doing 6.6 from steam turbines. So like if I doubled that, we can do about 12 gigawatts. So I can do what? About 14 gigawatts total power. But it means I have to keep all these nuclear reactors, all these new nuclear reactors, this nuclear reactor, this nuclear reactor, this nuclear reactor, all running. And ideally, I'd like to swap to all solar. So that's what we're going to try and do. It was one of the reasons I claimed so much extra area to lay down some solar farms. So to start with, I need to clear off some of the stuff I don't need anymore. Turn that off, turn that on. So I definitely don't need that. I definitely don't need that. I do not need any of those lasers anymore. Nope, we don't need any of that either. That can all go. Technically, I don't need these substations. Nope, they can all go. And then a later soon project is going to be actually separating the robot network. I don't want the robot network continuing all the way along. I'd really like to cut it back. So actually, let's get a decom planner. If I remove substations, you'll be actually the perfect decom planner, because I want to get rid of those roboports, that roboport. You'll still intersect the networks. So if I get rid of all these roboports as well, and that one. Yeah, I'll still have this one joining the two networks, and as long as they're joined, like a robot can charge here and then also charge here, because it's still technically the same network, even though there's no good connections between the two of them. But yeah, I also want to trim this network all the way back, so it's going to mean deconstructing these roboports one at a time. And obviously there was a radar out there that just lost power. I can't run through there. Okay. So the next thing I need an actual solar train, because we're not going to go out and just have the bots place things remotely. I really want a train to be able to run solar parts out there, and then have bots obviously on site going and building all this stuff. So I need room for another train, which is getting tighter. Oh, no, we should be okay. We should be able to take that train station. Put it here. Stop all the requester chests. Yep. Solar pickup. Hook this into the main network down there. No, I need all those requesters gone. Move that roboport. And move that roboport. Okay. So, new train. It's going to be slightly oversized for a solar train, but that's probably fine. Okay. Can't really run and place these things. It all looks like it's connected. Okay. So, then we're going to refer to the solar blueprint. So, the solar blueprint has 788 plus 668 plus 36 plus 4. Alright. Did you get all those numbers? Okay. So we're going to have you to start with. You are going to be roboports, substation, substation. That one's fine. So this is going to be our kickback. So when we're out there, if the robots find trees, rocks, stone, coal, all that sort of stuff, that'll get loaded into the middle chest by the bots and then get dropped back here as a waste product. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. I want construction robots. And I'm going to want Logibots as well. Do I need Logibots? I do, but I don't need nearly that many. One stack's probably overkill. You are going to be solar panels. Nothing but solar panels. Which is going to put drain on my iron and my green circuits, both of which I don't have a lot of. Okay, you're going to be accumulators. really wish we finally implemented the click and drag system that they've talked about having in these cargo wagons for a while. Okay, so this is 50, so that's 100, 2, 3, 4, 500,000, 2,000. So I got 2,000 of each. So I want a calculator. I do have a calculator. No. Right there. So I have 2,000 minus 788 equals minus 788 again equals 424. So I need an extra 400 in here. 100, 200, 300, 425. Okay. So far that's 3 blueprints I can paste down. If I go back in here, we've got 668. So again, we look at the accumulators. Minus 668 minus 660 equals, no, that failed, 2,000 minus 668 minus 668 is 664. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 700. So that feels wrong already. Where are we? No, wrong blueprint. 788. So we go for 2,000 minus 788 minus 788 equals 420. So I need an extra 420. And then we go for 2,000 minus 668 minus 668 equals 664. Okay, my maths makes sense. Oh, minus 668. 4. That's a better number. Okay, so I only need 1 stack. Yeah, I boo-booed. Alright. 2,000 minus 788 minus 788 minus 788 equals 364. That makes better sense. 1, 2, 3. 364 is going to be that many stacks. So if I put a accumulator up there, that should be 1, 2, 3 solar panels. If I copy and paste these down here, that should be another 3 solar stamps. So this whole train should carry a total of 6 solar stamps. Can I get that calculator to go away, please? Thank you. So I just need to set up requested chests. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different items into this train. We're going to bring in roboports, substations, construction bots, logibots. Okay, so 6 items. Solar panels and accumulators. That's the solar panel one, so we're going to go 3 lots of solar panels. That's the accumulator one, we're going to go 3 lots of those. We're going to copy and paste these down to this end of the train. And then that's probably it. I don't want to mess with things too much more. technically I need stack inserters, but I'll have those on me. I need storage chests, which I will have on me shortly. I don't need active providers for the other end. I definitely need a whole stack of those. I think that's all I'm going to need. I think. Yeah, I can make filter inserters on site. Oh, I will need... No, I've got passive provider chests. I think we're good. Okay. Maybe not quite. Maybe without that. Alright, so we want you to go to solar pickup. And I'm just going to have an inactivity. Like, it's going to be too hard to set the right conditions to have everything full and empty and everything else. We're just going to go with inactivity. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just sort of has to be good enough. And then I want to take my train right through the end of... Or my train line... Yeah, right through the end of here, I think. So let's get in the train track building one. And we're going to go here. We're just going to change that to 120 seconds. Okay. Blueprints. Diagonal left, diagonal right. 45 right. T going left. Paste that over the top. Manual. Hi robots. Have my base bots decide to come do this crap. That failed. Okay. You guys have to go. We're just going to have to leave that uranium ore for a later problem. Straight train track there. So that radar can go there. That roboport can go away. I need that decon planner to also pick back up substations. Yep, because we're going to use that to prune all these lasers that we walk close to along the way. More train track. Where's center? Center's about there. If I have enough train track to get me there. I'm going to build straight over ore because I just don't care. Even without the way our current mining direct to a train is set up, when we finish with a patch, there'll actually be large sections at both edges that we haven't even touched. We're just interested in that dense ore right in the middle of the patches. Thank you. Need all the train track put down, not just some of it. Like that. You can go away. You can go away. You can get moved into the power network. Because at the moment I can't even call my train out to me because a little bit of tiny itty bitty little bit of train track got missed. As is always the case. I'm completely out of signals. Almost made it. How much train track do I have left? I got some. Yeah, that's far enough. Alright, then what I want to do is... I'm just going to loop this back. This is going to be a one direction. In, out. Train. station can go here-ish. Can I call my train to me? Nope. We'll go for a quick run. So the reason I brought some Logibots is I want some Logibots in the network. So if I personally get to or wander through the robot network that does solar, it means that any Logibots can pick up my trash items and then dump them into the trash, into the center trash carriage for the solar train, and then bring them back to base. That's really the only reason I need Logibots. Honestly, just construction bots would be fine. Except for that chance that I end up in the network and the robots have some trash, or I have something that needs to be trashed. By the time I get here, all the building's done. Awesome. Okay. So signals. We're just going to drive it on manual, because what could go wrong? Well, we're on our own dedicated little line. Nothing could go wrong in theory. We still have signals. That's imaginary signals. They're real signals. So at this point, it's actually faster to jump out and run. Have the signals pop down, and then we're going to have to bring the train forward and set up a proper unloading station. Okay. Solar 1. So I want you to go to... solar pickup with inactivity, and then I want you to go to solar 1 with either, at the moment we're just going to go with empty cargo so it arrives to us and I can then set up the unloading. But the final one's probably going to be 30 seconds or 5 seconds of inactivity. Oh, wrong train. Oh! Well, that's a problem. Yeah. Oh, we're all the way back here. Okay. I guess I'm going to put in a cut, and I will catch up to you guys in a little bit when I rebuild everything we just did. And I'm back. So, I've gone and got the train back out there, and I've actually got the solar train all the way out there rather than the supply train, because I picked the wrong train. I've also gone and deconstructed all the extra roboports that we had along the side, and popped in radar. So now I have full radar coverage out here. Now, first thing I need to do is I need to disconnect these two networks. Same thing I want to do actually is pop that blueprint there, and if I can line it up there, but without that roboport and without that roboport. So I do want all the solar laid in, but obviously no roboports because I don't want the two to connect. But I also want to make sure things tile correctly. So I'm going to have to pull that stuff out and put in another reactor because I don't have enough power. I want to tile things sort of out from here. I do have some solar crap on me from what I've ripped up and put down already. Well, ripped up in ripping up a solar panel to put down a radar instead. And the other thing I really want to make sure is I want to make sure I have at least a secondary hookup to this network. redundant power lines are always a good thing. And because I have some of the parts on me, out of substations. Yeah, I'm out of substations. It's fine. We can lay in some of the groundwork. But I want to make sure these tiles. So I want to place down these as accurately as possible. Well, perfectly accurate to be honest. And get this tiled all the way back to where our solar station's going to be. Because I want to start placing there, but then I want it to tile back to the base, if that makes sense. At the same time, I am going to want to make a pass of what I've already built to pull out the roboports and potentially the radars, because honestly, I don't need radar coverage and roboport coverage for all of this because it's already built. Well, I'll need this part because that's not built yet. And technically, we'll do these ones as well. That was left because I intended on using that coil patch, but as this coil patch hasn't buggered off and that one hasn't buggered off, I don't think we're going to need this one anytime soon. Same goes with that copper, although there is a possibility. We'll rip it up if we needs be. Okay, where were we? I was putting down these things. Yeah, I am considering stealing that copper and adding it into the bus. Okay. Dump. Okay, so that's built everything all the way out here. We need unloading stations. Solar panels. Into 2 chest should be heaps. Accumulators. Accumulators, solar panels. Now I have one. I have this one. I want to do a little bit different. Okay, so let's do storage first. Straight in to there. Now I have a roboport and a roboport. I want to do 2 roboports, and I want some pretty coloured wire. 2 of it, please, to go there to there and there to there. I want you to read robot statistics and you read robot statistics. So I want total logibots, which is Y. So I want you to be Y is less than 150. And then your construction robots. So I want total construction bots being T to be, I think 1,000. Hang on, I gotta look at one of these solar blueprints. So that has 700 plus 600. I'll call it 800. 800 plus 600 is 1,400. So no, I need probably 2,000 robots. With the hope of when I put down a solar panel blueprint, they can literally fly out and put down the whole blueprint in one hit. But I do need to change you guys over to filter stack inserters. So you're going to be, what did I say? You're going to be Logibots. So you're only going to output Logibots. You're only going to output construction robots. We'll just recopy it and repaste it. I also have roboports, substations, solar panels, and accumulators. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Solar panels, accumulators, substations, roboports, and duplicate that to there. And then the only other thing I need is I actually need some substations. Just give me your substations. No, one substation there, one substation there, one there, and one there. Okay, so now we have a train that'll automatically unload. It'll also populate both these roboports. Obviously not many Logibots got into the train. Not many at all. What did I set that to? 150. So if I dump another lot in there, another lot in there, they should cap out. Yeah, 154. Which means I can throw the rest of my spare Logibots in there. I can throw that in there. And we have the start at least. Now, the robot's going to be pretty stupid. Just getting stuff built to start with. Oh, I forgot. I forgot radars. I forgot radars. Because they're going to be important too. Now we're going to cap to one stack. No. 2 stack. I've actually got 5 stacks there. So 5 stacks of substations, 2 stacks of roboports, 1 stack of radars. Nope. Okay, so yeah, until things like until the Factorio queue moves far enough that it actually gets to this point, there we go, where it's scanning this area, we're not going to get a lot built. But when it starts scanning this area, you can see it scanned, it found all these trees, bang, they're gone into storage. Then it's found the solar panels need to be put down, so it's doing those next. Yeah, not enough storage. We're not listening to that one. What are you complaining about? Is that an imaginary stack filter inserter? Yes. Done. And as for robot port coverage, I'm going to need just a few more. This is one of those spots where I'm going to experience a lot of charging issues. Just whilst it starts getting built. Well, actually, I'll experience charging issues down here forever, basically. But the idea is we're going to automate it so we don't have to worry about it. Now, there are a few things. So, as you can see, already I can't see right to the edge. So I need to... let's go with this corner. I'm going to need to put down radars occasionally through the area. And I'll just do that by replacing a solar panel with a radar to make sure I got sight range to put down more solar panels or solar panel stamps. And you are going to be in activity or time passed of 1 minute, let's say. And we've just automated solar panels being laid. As you already guys know, I already laid them all the way back to here. So these will all get laid. Even this little setup here will get laid. And these stamps will get laid over time. Like, the robots are not going to be fast. They're going to be very, very active down here for quite some time. Just getting everything placed out. And I can always make sure that I have extra tasks by just deconstructing any trees that are going to be in our way in the future. Along with... put down that. Nope. I need to put a radar there. And I really wish I could see the radar coverage on map view. That's one thing I really wish. Okay, I can see ghosted radar coverage on map view. Yep, that's a better way of putting it. Anyway, this is probably where I'm going to leave this episode. I need to go over and report the bug to Lord Couture. But we have automated solar panels at least. So this will start running solar out here, getting solar built. It is going to put pressure on my green circuits, which is pretty bad because that's one of the things I'm definitely short on. It's one of the reasons I'm 50-50 on whether hooking up this copper. I don't think we have enough green circuits to keep things actually running as is. So I will see. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave this episode. Like I said, solar panels have started being automated. I got a couple of choices. I can just let it happen naturally over time and just scroll by every now and then and, you know, physically put down a few more rows. The other option I have is I can always just physically run out there and put down all the different blueprints in their entirety and then just leave the robots to get it done over time. I can turn that on. I can do the, let's start with, do I really want the water? I can do this and get rid of like this row of roboports. At the same time, like I don't need this. That's bad. I don't need this side either. So I can get rid of potentially all those guys. And they'll slowly get loaded up into this robot network and end up back into storage and potentially back at base or redistributed to one of the other solar blueprints over time. Because yeah, that's one of the things I do need to do. Also, potentially need to change this guy over. It is doing radars. So I'm going to have to find out where all my radars are as well and clear them out bit by bit. Like I said, there's a couple of different ways of doing it. But yeah, I need to clear up this area so I don't have any UPS problems later on. Because basically we're building a base to max out the PC as much as possible. That's bad. The simple fact that I have lasers and walls and we're still taking damage, yeah. So yeah, solar is going to be the next big thing. We're going to just leave it happen in the background. I'm being hopeless ending this episode. And next episode, hopefully, unless I can see anything else that has to be looked at, we're going to be looking at actually setting up all the silos because that's really one of the last things that are sort of holding us back. But then again, with all the Friday facts coming out telling me about they're going to change how oil's going to work, I'm sort of putting off doing it because we need to make rocket fuel, which means I need to do oil, which means, yeah, Woob keeps tweaking the values. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.